Yeah, you can. Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome to the Mom Nurse Fashionista. Happy Valentine's Day. I just wanted to pop in because I haven't been on here. It's been a good little while. Life been lifing as it does, and that's okay. And I was getting ready to cook dinner for the girls, so I was like, let me pop in on here right quick because, you know, to say hey, see how y'all doing. Give you some updates on some stuff. I talk about a lot of stuff over here. Remote jobs for nurses. You know, if you're getting tired and you wore out and you're overworked, you can come over here and you can get some good information on how to get a job working from home or working from the bedside. And that's what I do. So, you know, and if you're watching the replay, make sure you leave me a comment because y'all know I comment back. I love my Mom Nurse Fashionista family. It's been a minute. I don't normally even go live this time of day, this time of evening. But I decided to pop on and see how y'all doing while I'm cooking dinner. So, by my title, I put in Caregiver Nurse Burnout. Because as a nurse, no matter what field you work in, especially if you work at the bedside, you're going to be burned out, baby. And I just want to give big ups to all the ICU nurses out there. Because y'all around here doing the doggone thing. And y'all deserve y'all flowers. So, I wanted to come on here and say that. Also, I want to thank my MNF, Mom Nurse Fashionista family, for all the support and all the love y'all have given me and the prayers. Since my dad has been admitted in ICU, it's been about a week and a half since the doctor called me on a Sunday after taking care of my granny, which I've been doing, helping with all of that, finding people to care for her, and I got the call from the doctor. So I thank y'all. It's been an ordeal. I'm not used to last week, this time I was a whole emotional mess. And the nurse was so sweet. You know, everybody being sweet, from the clerks to the CNAs, to the nurses, the doctors. And, you know, I told him, I said, because he asked me, did I understand some of the stuff he was explaining? You know, I told him I was a nurse, and he said, which I don't normally tell people that. I just, you know, I was in a very emotional state at the time, and he was like, it's okay, you know. And I have to learn how to receive that comfort, because I'm, you know, as nurses, we the ones always giving that comfort. But the thing was, it's so hard. It's like twofold. So it's like, you know, you're a nurse. Now that I'm not cloudy, now that everything isn't cloudy, and I've gone through all that stuff I've gone through, and now I'm here in the moment of what's really going on. It's like hard because I'm a nurse. So when I walk in the room, I'm looking at this and that. And I'm looking at my dad, and then I'm also the daughter. So it's like hard, you know, trying to balance all of that stuff. I hate that part. I hate that part so much. So then, if you come in, make sure you send a like. And then I'm dealing with, you know, with my granny and trying to make sure I'm hiring very good care for my granny, because it's just really been a lot with that. So I get very overwhelmed with that. Caregiver burnout is real. I'm making some meatballs, y'all. I make a special sauce when I make my meatballs. So I'm making some meatballs for the girls. But caregiver burnout is really, really real. And I wanted to talk about that, making sure if you follow me on Instagram, actually the Sunday I found out about my dad that morning, I had came on, and I wanted to talk about caregiver burnout because a lot of people don't know how to reach out and get help. And I couldn't imagine right now trying to take care of my granny. And like, I work now Monday through Friday with the remote job I have that I told y'all about. And so like I knew I had to hire somebody to help her, but it's like still hard because that's your granny at the end of the day. And so like I have to take off, like that's my granny, and put on a business hat when I'm trying to look for people to hire. And so then it gets hard. And then I want to make sure people, what is this in here? Oh, people are doing what the hell they supposed to be doing when it comes to my granny. And not just that, like you being professional and just everything, the whole nine, going through resumes and looking up interviewing people. So it's like I'm doing HR, hiring, and being a whole DON or something, because I'm making sure that she getting the care she supposed to do, and I'm being a whole inventory person. Like, it's just all this stuff, right? Big ups and shout out to my mama and my sisters, because you know, like, we all work together in this thing, but it gets to be a lot. And so if you're dealing with caregiver burnout, are you a nurse burned out, you need to make some changes, child. Because don't burn yourself out trying to do everything or be everything for everybody, because that junk, it'll get hard. So anyway, so then I talked about ICU. And then I also, so Sunday what happened, I don't know if y'all believe in dreams and dream journals and stuff like that. My sister told me about, you know, writing a dream journal. Every time I have specific dreams, and it seemed like, and it sit on my heart heavy and on my mind, to write a journal. So like, I spoke about this on Instagram, and if you're not following me on Instagram, you can keep up with me over there, as well as with my shorts. But you know, I pop in on the stories and stuff like that, especially when I feel like talking but don't have time to do a live. Like, you know, right now I'm just pretty much waiting for the meatballs to get done, because everything else done. But I was just I just had been feeling really bad Sunday, like the Sunday before I found out about my dad. I was actually sick. Like, I was so tired. And the day before, me and the girls had went to this, like, the biggest jump park. Like, they had this big bounce house park. We had went there, had fun. I was fine. And then, like, that night, I had a bad dream about him. And then the next day, that morning, I was feeling horrible. And then later that day is when I found out. The doctor called me and was like, you know, we have your dad. He's in ICU. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? What happened? And then that night, I had a dream about him. And it was just crazy. Like, he, you know, the things he told me in the dream, I was like, you got to be kidding me. And then the next night, I had another dream about another situation we was trying to figure out with my mom and sisters, and it literally, the answer was in my dream. A few hours later, that Tuesday, that Monday night I had a dream, that Tuesday we found out the answers. It was the same answers in my dream. And I was like, oh my God. So y'all make sure y'all keep a dream journal. But it's just stuff, you know, God be trying to send us answers in disguise and through people and all that stuff like that. But I just been so wore out between me working every day. I had to get accustomed to that. Because working from home is still, depending on what job you have, working from home, you still going to be busy. You just at home. And it's convenient, because it's like, okay, I get the kids ready, you know, ready for as getting them to school and all that. And then I could just come home. I ain't got to be trying to get dressed to take them to, you know what I'm saying, to go to work. So I like that part of it. I love all the parts of it. So it's just, excuse me, it's just been like, it's been a huge ordeal trying to deal with all that stuff like that. But I wanted to talk about also about why you may not be getting your work from home job, or why you may not be getting the job you want. Not even just work from home, but maybe you're looking for a non-bedside job, or maybe you're looking to move up in where you are and at the facility or the hospital, wherever you work at, right? But you're not getting an interview, you're not getting a job. When I say the job, I mean even the interview. But like, them calling you back after the interview, but why you may not be getting an interview. And you may not be getting an interview because you are not putting all of the information that I be telling y'all all the time to put on there. So every time you I talk about your resume, I always make sure that I explain to you to go in detail in your resume, right? So make sure that whatever job you're trying to apply to, that skill that you know requires, that they require of you to have, you make sure you have it in your resume. And be honest, of course, because I have come across, like the day I came across a resume and I was like, they had all this experience, but they didn't have it on their resume. And I'm like, this is why people not getting the jobs they want. This is why they're not getting the remote jobs. This is why they like, I want to move from the bedside, but nobody not calling me back. And it's like, what's on your resume? So make sure your resume is reflecting what needs to be, like the skill that they want you to have is on your resume, period. And that's how you get this job. Like, and make sure you have a skill, and make sure you sell yourself, because then you got to have the confidence as well. Because if you don't have the confidence and you don't believe in yourself, then you might not, that might be why too. Because these people don't know you, child. You know, your resume is like the number one thing of how you're going to get your, you know, that's the number one thing right there, your resume. Then, excuse me, and then you also have, not just your resume, but then in the interview, you need to make sure that your interviewing skills is top notch, because these people don't know how awesome you are, child. And then you go in there, you being all nervous, letting your nerves get the best of you, and they like, child, we don't want them because they ain't confident. They gonna come in here and they ain't gonna do a good job, but actually you the bomb. But you just letting you're confident, you know, you're just letting your nerves get the best of you. Are you intimidated by the interviewer? Or, you know, you're intimidated by the job position because you never actually worked that job position, but you know you got the experience. So make sure that your resume and your interviewing skills are top notch. Right now, I'm not doing any resume revamps with my business. So if you don't know, I'm a job coach. I know a lot of people have been emailing me a lot of people have been emailing me. I'm backed up on my emails. I will be responding, but I have been having to handle life first. And I know a lot of people have been emailing me, and then a lot of new people who haven't been following me on YouTube for a long time, they'll email me like, hey, I want some jobs. But I give you jobs on my platform, but I'm actually a career coach. And so, like, my business is services, and you have to pay for all of this awesomeness I have in my brain. Like, I give y'all know, if you've been riding with me for years, y'all know I'm going to give you, like, I'm going to give you the information off top. Like, you know, I'm going to tell you what you need to do and don't do, and don't do this, and this is what you need to do, or this is what you need to say. But, like, if you want my services and want me to help you one-on-one, I don't do that for free. Like, that's definitely, you're going to have to pay for that. But if you just coming in, I was just talking about the reason why you probably don't have a job, and that reason is because you're not putting yourself out there, and you're not telling these people exactly what you have done and the skills that you have and stuff. Oh, let me show y'all how my meatballs look so far. So I never used the Catamins and the grape jelly, but this is all the barbecue sauce I had. And oh my god, so literally I just use these two. That's so good. This is how it looks so far. If you saw the beginning, that's how it looks so far now. But anyway, so child, we're gonna have that with some yellow rice and some good old veggies and stuff, child. I've been making some look bomb easy dinners lately. Y'all know I like to cook, but I ain't been cooking like that. But anyway, so you make sure you put yourself out there. Make sure you put yourself out there. Now, I am offering another service where I'm going to be doing my coaching. That I'll be getting all that together along with a different website. I'm working on all of that stuff. And I won't just offer resumes. Now, resumes, I won't be actually like, you give me a resume, I do it. I won't be doing that. But we'll have a whole package of where we're doing jobs, resume, interviewing skills, career coaching, all that stuff, job coaching, which is teaching you all this stuff that I'm telling you about now, but more in detail, and you'll be working with me one-on-one. And so I'll be having all that stuff coming up in the near future. But make sure y'all getting them resumes together, child. Excuse me. And if you are a nurse, and if you are feeling like you don't make a difference in your patient lives, believe me, you're making a difference, and you're making a difference in those family members' lives, because these nurses and everybody that I've came across are awesome to our family and friends, and I just can't thank them enough. But I hope y'all have an awesome night or day wherever you are. Leave a comment if you have a question about anything. You can email me at lbcareercoaching@gmail.com, and I'll be getting back up with you. Also, you can also get to me even easier if you DM me. Leave a comment here, or you can DM me on TheMomNurseFashionista on Instagram, TikTok, and I do have a Facebook business page, LB Career Coaching. So you can also hit me up on there. You can DM me on there as well. All right, y'all, have an awesome Valentine's Love Day. I'm finna go love with my girls. We're finna have us a good evening, y'all. All right, bye.